Hey everybody, what is going on? I am 8 Shots back here again today with another CDL Pick'ems video. I didn't do one for the All-Star break, and I haven't, sorry for my lack of videos in the last 2 days. On Monday, it was a holiday in Canada, so I was just laid back, chilling that day. And yesterday, I got a brand new desk arrived to my place, so I totally rearranged my setup, moved everything. I had to dust everything completely off because it was just covered in fucking dust. But I'm back. I'm doing another CDL Pick'em video for the Chicago home series, Optic Chicago, this week. And yeah, thanks for sticking by me. And let's jump right into the video. To kick everything off, on Thursday, we have the ranked defending champs Atlanta FaZe going up against Paris Legion. Now, Paris Legion is one of the 6 teams that have between this major and the Optic Chicago home series has done a roster change. Okay, they've replaced Classic with Zaptius. Classic has gone to Seattle Surge, and Zaptius is now from the London Royal Ravens. He is now part of Paris Legion. But even with that being considered, I still think the reigning champs are on top. Paris Legion were unable to secure a victory during the major, and I think this is going to be a complete blowout by the FaZe. I have them beating Paris 3-0. I don't think much is going to happen in that game. The following one is my team, Toronto Ultra, versus the Florida Mutineers. I have Toronto beating Florida 3-1. Florida did a lot better than I thought they were going to do in the major, but I still think Toronto is the more dominant team, and we're still going to come out with a bit of that energy after the major. Even though we didn't make it to the final, I think we're still going to have a lot of swag in our gunfights. So I have us beating Florida 3-1. The following day on Friday, it's Dallas Empire against the London Royal Ravens. Now, these are both teams in this matchup that have made drastic roster changes to their starting lineup. Dallas, they have benched Fellow and have replaced him with Vivid. Vivid, I don't know too much about, but I've heard he's a decent Call of Duty player, and hopefully he can bring the team back up to what they were, because obviously replacing Fellow for Hook, replacing Hook for Fellow wasn't the right move. So hopefully this can bring a little spark back into Dallas, because right now they're not looking too hot. They were unable to secure a victory during the major. So I think that surprised a lot of people. In the London Royal Ravens making 2 roster changes, they've benched Zed and replaced him with Alex. And like I said earlier, Zaptius has been moved to Paris Legion, and they've replaced him with a player by the name of Afro. Now, Alex is obviously a returning player. He had to leave earlier in the season, but I don't know anything about Afro. I haven't heard about him until I saw the roster change. So again, I should have done my research, but I can't sit here and say if London's gonna do better by bringing Alex and this man Afro in. London played a lot better in the major than I thought they were going to play. I knew they were going to beat Paris, but beating Minnesota 3-0 was something I did not expect. Unfortunately, I still have them losing this round to Dallas. I give them one round, though. I give them 3-1, but I could easily see them going 3-2. But I don't think London's going to be able to pull this off. I still think it's going to be a Dallas victory with their comeback with Vivid. Next game we have up for their first game of their home series, Optic Chicago and the Minnesota Rocker. Minnesota has also made a roster change. They have benched Accuracy and have replaced him with Major Maniac, who we've all seen before. He's going to be replacing Accuracy for Minnesota. Obviously, they didn't have the run they were expecting during the third major. I thought they were going to go farther in my bracket than what they did, but that's obviously not the case. Unfortunately, I still have Minnesota losing this. I have Optic winning 3-0. I think Optics a lot. They lost to Toronto during the third major, which I was super excited for, but was obviously a major downer for them. But I think they're going to come back really hard in this fourth stage and win games that they should be winning, not struggle. Well, that's what we hope, right? We want to see the old Optic come back. That's what I hope. I have them beating Minnesota, though, 3-0. Let's move on to our 3 games and our weekends. Starting our first game off of a 3 game day is Minnesota and Paris Legion. Again, both teams that have made roster changes. I have Minnesota winning though 3-2 over Paris Legion. Minnesota, I feel like, was going to be a stronger team over this, but I feel like Paris Legion is going to have enough with the addition of Zaptius to at least pull off 2 games in this series. But I have Minnesota taking this one 3-2. Moving on to the next game, a surprising roster change coming out in between the major in this home series. Hugh has been benched and replaced by TJ for the LA Thieves. So as it stands right now, Hugh is no longer on the team, or on any team for that matter. I don't know what the fuck that is about. It's a major question mark across the CDL and across many players' minds. I don't know what's going on there, but they have dropped Hugh and replaced him with TJ. So it's now just Huke's no longer on a team, and that's really kind of depressing to see in the CDL range. But hey, what are you gonna do? I got Thieves beating Seattle 3-0. Seattle is also one of the teams that made a roster change. They've replaced Decimate with Classic. They didn't give Decimate much of a chance, but hopefully Seattle can maybe, I don't know, get a spark or get something going, because right now they really haven't done jack shit, and it's just not good. Like, Octane was in the All-Star week and he was the only player for them, and he just, but like the motive, it doesn't seem like the motivation is there on that team. And maybe Classic can bring something to them, maybe not, but I don't think they're gonna have enough practice time with him to come out with a win over Thieves. I have them beating Surge 3-0. And for the last game of the day, the Game Fuel marquee match, I have New York beating LAG 3-1. I like the addition, the Cheen to LAG. He has been fun to watch along with Apathy. They're two of my favorite players to watch on that team whenever they're playing. But unfortunately, I don't think they're good enough to beat the New York Subliners, who came off a final. On to Sunday now with our last 3 games. Florida Mutineers are playing the London Royal Ravens. I have Florida beating the Ravens 3-2. I think with the additions London has made, they hopefully they can pull a little bit together after the loss I gave them earlier to Dallas, and they can beat Florida. But I still have Florida winning 3-2 after they've impressed me during the major, and they did what I didn't think they were gonna do. The following game, Toronto Ultra versus Dallas Empire. I have Toronto beating Dallas 3-zip, even with the new addition to Dallas. Toronto played them earlier in the season, in the last stage, and we beat them 3-0. I don't see why we can't beat them 3-0 again. So I have them beating Dallas 3-0. Should be a good game to watch for myself and any Toronto Ultra fan, getting a nice 3-0 victory, hopefully. In the following game, who would have thought, once again, it's Atlanta FaZe and Optic Chicago, another Mountain Dew Game Fuel marquee match. I have, I'm going to get shit for this. I have Optic beating Atlanta FaZe 3-2. I know Atlanta FaZe is super hot right now, coming off the Stage 3 major victory. I have them beating Paris Legion on the first day 3-0, but this is Optic's home series. I hope they can muster enough strength together and take down the Atlanta FaZe. I'm sure a lot of people in the CDL would love to see that. I'm personally one of them myself, and I hope that's going to be a just total fire game. Everyone's going to come out, compete with their heart's extent for the Optic home series, and hopefully they can come out with the victory. Anyway, guys, that's my Optic home series bracket. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, leave a thumbs up. If you didn't, leave a thumbs down. Comment down below what you guys think is going to happen in this home series. Let me know your predictions and what you think about mine are wrong. I'd love to get a conversation with you guys down below about all this. So let me know what's up, and I will see you guys on another video very, very soon. Peace, guys.